Testing 1 2. There we go. And let's jump over to the scans. All right, so today I'm seeing two low floats, KTTA and SFHG. A little bit cheaper. Was it $1.26 on SSHG? We're looking to KTTA in just a minute. Let me finish setting this up. So where is my... Okay, cool. All right, so we're in there with that. And there we go. Okay, so let's look into these. Actually, let's start where we usually start here. It's a nice Wednesday. Let me log into this. Today is the 5th of February already. Looks like we have a speech by what in the world? Looks like we have a speech by Governor Bowman, bank regulation at 2025 Kansas Bankers Association, Harold A. Stones, and this is going to be at 3 p.m. We also have another speech by by Vice Chair Jefferson. Do non-inflationary economic expansions promote shared prosperity? So we got two speakers today. Let's see what comes of that. Now let's go over to our stocks. So let's start off with KTTA, which is up 64% today. Pasithea Therapeutics. Ooh, Outlook. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll see if these are worth anything. And yeah, KTTA is the first one. All right, so Pasithea Therapeutics announces positive safety review committee recommendation from its ongoing phase 1 clinical trial. And then SFHG, the other one, it's like $1.25. No news since December 20th as far as press releases from the company goes. Okay. All right, so I do have a couple of things. Today is a little bit different. One of the techs that I work with is out of zone right now, out of town or whatnot. So I'm having to facilitate those requests that come in. So having to look into some of these and probably going to get to these as soon as possible, actually. Anyway, this is KTT. Oh, that might be them right there. Let's see. No. Okay, and then I need to see if that person is. Let's also check SFHG's charting, which kind of looks like it stair stepped up to $1.83. A lot of trading happened around 150. Then it got this big drop off. I'm just not SFHG to be that cheap and only up 26% just isn't appealing. KTTA is probably the top low float right now that I see. Good morning, Peter. Um, but we'll have to see it. Like I said, I'm facilitating these other requests coming in, and they are coming in. So that's what I'm looking at on this other screen. Let's see. Forward. Actually, you know what? He might get to that. But I do need to get that done. Okay. It's always something. Now, KTTA has 24 million shares traded. It's the only one that I really see that it looks like it's worth something. SFHG just looks like it's going to be a chop factory. Anytime it's a super cheap stock, I want to see it up, like, over 50%, really moving some weight. But SFHG does not look like that. Yeah, Peter, it does look slow this morning. There are some speakers coming out this today that we looked at on the Federal Reserve, Governor Bowman, bank regulation. So that's kind of big, kind of. We'll see what they say about that. And then the other speaker is later on in the day, Vice Chair Philip N. Jefferson on do non-inflationary economic expansions promote shared prosperity. That's going to be a lecture by Federal Reserve, blah blah blah, at Swarthmore College, Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. So two speakers today. And I'm guessing people are like, wonder what they're gonna say. And then we also looked at KTTA. Let's actually look at the floats. I'm not worried about SFHG. I'm not touching that. Does not look appealing to me. But this one, KTTA has advanced cancer as one of the keywords. So let me go ahead and notate that. KTTA keywords. And this news came from 2 hours ago. Advanced cancer. And we'll see what kind of advanced cancer that is, but I just put cancer as a keyword until we figure out what it is. Recommended that the trial escalate to the next dose level of 22 milligrams capsule. Let me see. No dose limiting toxicities or rash observed to date in either capsule. Clinical stage biotechnology company. This recommendation was based on the review of the safety data from 3 patients. Okay, what kind of cancer are we dealing with? Neurofibromas or inoperable plexiform neurofibromas. Okay, so no specific cancers that they're targeting, looks like, but they are targeting the stage of cancer, advanced cancer. So that's like stage, 3, 4, I'm guessing, or 2B cancer. Okay, but that's the only one I really see. Let's go look at the float on this one. KTTA. Profile. Okay, so it is based out of Miami Beach, Florida. Was founded or incorporated in 2020. Miami. Florida 2020. Okay, so it's been in business for almost 5 years. And the float. The float is looking like under a 1 million in the float there. Very high insiders on that one, 23% in comparison to the 2.87%. We'll check other sources too, though. Put on here Yahoo. Okay. That's Yahoo. Let's check Market Watch. HHTA. Says 1.02 in the float over on Market Watch. What? That's not what I wanted to put. I want to copy this. Copy. There we go. Okay, let's go to FinViz. KTTA. Definitely looks like they've been it's been kind of following this downtrend. It was at $2.08 on the close of yesterday, and now it's up here around this high point of well, it's above 318, so 350's up here. We'll look at the charts here in a second. Insider owning, float is 102 here too. So FinViz saying 102 as well. And then insider owning 19% over here at FinViz. All right, so let's go and jump onto the charts here. The big charts, I mean, my bad. Big chart. So over here, we see the ATR ended yesterday at right at 20 cents. Looking at the daily chart, let's back this up, maximize that sell. So it is it does give pops and drops. This one went up to, let's see, the top of this one was 17 and dropped all the way back down to 7.95. So there could be some possibility for some poppage. This is what we were just looking at, this 318 that is above right now. Let me draw some levels here. It has this gap that it gapped up here up to 584. So there's a little bit of space between 322s and 584. We'll see what it wants to do. It is a slower day, like Peter was saying. Let's jump back over here to the 15-minute chart, and also NQ looks like it is below the ATR highs. It tried to break out, started running into it yesterday at the end of the day, and came down a little bit, and now it's trying to go back up. Then I have the 30-minute, the hour, the 2 hour, and the 4 hour over here. And I look at those just to see where the ATRs are, and where this thing can actually play up to. But let's jump back over here to the 15-minute. We see that it had a previous body up here at 391. The area that we were looking at up there at what's that, 5, right under the $6. It went up to 462. I don't know, it's gonna definitely have to do some work to get up to $6, but you know, could happen. It has 26 million shares, but it's not a lot of options today when it comes to low floats, and well, moving or momentum low floats especially. But yeah, the body up here at 389 could be a initial touch point. The ATR is I think it's 21 cents right now, but it may go up higher. We'll see where that ATR ends up landing on the open. Then down here on the lows, we got a bounce off of $3 down here. That was that whole dollar level. Came up to 350. So it really needs to hold up $3, really. But yeah, just some quick levels drawn based on the daily, and then working our way down. Actually, let me go over here to work my way through the other time frames as well. So we got the 4 hour right here. We can see previous body of this candle was 342, and it'll go red. So 342 be red. That'll be breaking down a 4 hour candle. We have, let's go back to the 2 hour. Same thing, breaking down that level will send it red at 340. And it's pretty much the same thing going on down the line. Hour chart and all of that good stuff. So 342 is where we kind of don't want to see it go down, but we'll see how it holds at 342. I'm gonna remove these bottom drawings. And $3 is down here as well. All right, so we got some points of interest for it not to break down, and we'll see how it actually reacts to that 342 right under the 350 level. Right now, across the board, on the point of controls is at the majority of the trades have been at 352 across the board. So 30-minute, hour, blah, blah, all of that. So we want to know how this thing is going to end up holding 352. Over here on the 15-minute, it is a different time frame. It says 344. So it's like right on that going red level. We have about 10 minutes to the bell. And looking over here on the scans, still leading with volume on today. And these particular ones have ATRs above 21 cents. So anything below 21 cents won't show up here. I actually have another setup for checking out like dividends and all that kind of stuff. And I really don't care about ATR when it comes to those types of trades. All right, KTTA coming on up. Donnell says it's a lame scan in small cap land. Yeah, only one thing out here. Now, yesterday we were watching QNTM, and I actually, man, I broke some rules, but I mean, I was looking at this. Now I took a green trade, but it was a small green trade. So I saw this thing come down, and it bottomed down here, and I was buying up in here in this $5, because my thought was, okay, $5 is where a lot of pros try to trap shorts, or a lot of shorting pros try to trap longs going to the downside. This one started at 685 and it dropped into that $5 level, and I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. And so I started buying around here, and it got going up, but then it spiked down right here. And I was moving my first stop was at 475. My average price was 513. 513, and it came up and it was looking good. Then it spiked down, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? and then it dropped through here, and I ended up stopping out because I didn't know if it was going to continue this pattern down, and it formed this lower high into lunchtime, or not lower high, higher low into lunchtime around the $5 level, and then it just got going. It got going. I was like, well, you know what? It's okay. Usually I trade above the ATR highs, so this was way away from the ATR highs. It did make it back up here to this level, but yeah, I was like, man, that's just unfortunate. You know, it chopped around a lot, and that's what kind of got me out of there. And then it just went, but I didn't take a loss on it. I just was like, you know what? If it does start looking like it's going to continue this pattern down, I need to be out because it could easily drop 475 and then just get going down. But back over to KTTA, trying to make its way up here to the 389s with 8 minutes left to the bell, and we don't want to see it below that 342 level. Okay, so now this one has adjusted to 352 as well. So now we got 352 across the board. 15 minutes is agreeing with this 352. The 30-minute, the hour, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, all of them are in agreement that 352 is where the majority of the trades have happened. And we don't know if those are buys or sales. We will see on the open. Good morning, Lori Lee. Let's see where it wants to throw out that starting position. Another thing that I've noticed about the cheaper stocks is they need time to really gather. Like they're cheap and they're really easy to make do liquidity grabs, kind of like with, well, not really QTM, but like a dollar stock like SFHG. A lot of times their liquidity grabs go a lot further than you would think because a lot more people can buy them because they're cheap. And so it may be at, 130, or like this one's at 150 before it started to drop. And it does a liquidity grab all the way down here to 25 cents below. And if you size in too much, you get hurt on this. This really could change your P&L on the day for real. Drop from 150 down to 25, give you some hope here. Maybe you take some off and then back down to 119. But those cheaper ones, you just gotta give those time to just kind of coil up. The higher price ones with a lot more range, they don't have to do so much coiling. When they get ready to explode, they explode. Okay, so we got about 6 minutes to the bell. Let me jump over to Yahoo Finance. Okay, tech investors are aggressively buying the dip on Nvidia. Why Trump tariffs aren't denting the faith in the stock rally. Apple falls as China explores antitrust probe amid tariff spat. Alphabet slumping. Cloud sales spook investors. Okay. A lot of times when you see these news headlines, a lot of times it's already too late. These are plays that kind of got to get in front of and kind of research and stay with that company. Be like, okay, well, let's just keep Alphabet on our to-do list. And when things look like this, let's take action before the news starts coming out. Because a lot of times when you see the news headlines, it's too late. It's too late. Let's go look at Alphabet and see where it's sitting right now. Was that Google? GOO. I think it's GOO. Yeah. Google. So yeah. So this will be that too late moment. If you're already in this and you got in and you're sitting at 206, well, you're really happy now. Really happy. Down here at 190. And you're looking for continuation. Downward. Anyway, let's go and I think out of the open, I'm watching KTTA. It's got 30 million shares traded on it. Want to see if it's going to start falling through this 352 level. It's just sitting right above 352 right now. But hopefully you guys' week has been going pretty good. Just, time's a ticking. Yeah, SFHG. Like I said, I like if it's a cheaper stock, like a dollar stock, it needs to be up 50% at least. Be eating, really be moving 50 to 75%. It looks good as a dollar stock. But I don't want to get caught in a chop factory. Two minutes left coming into the open on KTTA. Has some potential up here to 389, but also has potential down here to break down that 352 and 342. 342 is going to take that 4-hour red. One minute, 30 seconds. Let's look at the NQ real quick. Making its way back up there. Hey, coming into the open, will it fail at 352? I guess the question would be, will it recover the 352? Thirty seconds left. Let's see how it does around these levels. We got a whole dollar level. We got a semi half level here of the 350. ATR high is up there at 391. Okay. Small pop out to 375, 376. The charts are not keeping up at the open. A little bit of static in the charts. Okay, there's some little motion. And 350 is right there, 352 level. Wow. Charts look a little stagnant here. But I see the level 2s moving. That first minute of TOS is always tragic. So there goes the first minute. It should kind of start speeding up here. Should start. There we go. There's a little bit of motion. But see, this type of motion here on the first minute or right around the first 5 minutes it's like, is it real? Because a lot of times you can get caught in this and you're thinking it's real and it's not reconciling in the software. Because right now it says 384, but it's still sitting at 373. Over here, see, it's like, what is real? And then if it snaps down, you're way behind the curve. So I want to know what's real and what's not here. Almost got to that 389 level. The ATR high is up there at 393. So it's got to break that previous body candle and get going up. Seeing it show a little bit of downwards motion back towards that 352 level, that point of control right through it. And if it breaks down that 342, that is going to take the 4-hour red. And we'll see if the 4-hour goes red, everything else should go red as well, which it is if it breaks that level. Okay, so a little bounce right there at the 442 or the 342. Let's see. Okay. None of the other low floats really look great. I see some coming up the list here. Let's jump over here. So KTTA is leading, but it is down from the open. We have SFHG, which I wasn't too interested in. We got ACB, that's a cannabis stock. CPIX with 6 million shares on the board. That's about it. So let me go look at what let's see, none of the other ones. Let's look at the biggest movers. ACB, that cannabis stock. I've seen that one and traded that one before. It's not great. It usually turns into a chop factory. Maybe it has some catalysts on the day, but it's almost getting 10 million shares traded. Okay, let's pop back over to KTTA. Trying to hold up that 342 level, trying to keep this 4-hour candle green back over 363. I'm going to look at 363. Let's see what wants to happen there. Right now, the struggle point is between 342 and 352. This 15-minute candle has not closed yet, though, so. ACB got up there to ATR high as well, came down. It's up 27%, but just not looking great. And the keyword for KTTA was advanced cancer. They really didn't go into too much past that. Didn't see any money being distributed to them or anything, so we'll just have to see if it wants to hold up. Right now, the 15-minute says going down. I don't know why, but all of the charts just flashed. I guess maybe it's now catching up. ACB snapped up through the ATR high. Still not consolidating though. I see the level 2s, but I'm not seeing the motion over here. Aurora Cannabis up 36% with 11 million shares traded. And I see it going higher at 507, so it did a breakout, but just not showing up on the chart, so I'm not touching anything. This is crazy. KTTA. It says it's doing a breakout, 508, 504. Okay, so now it's back to where it's sitting on the chart. And we still haven't seen an update. All right, KTTA coming back up to that 363 level. Has an ATR high up there at 393s. Had a low down here of 342. That one also getting choppy. Okay. This one keeps saying it's doing breakouts. That's why I keep switching over to it. I'm just not Do I need to restart my platform for this thing to act right? CPIX only up 14% though, so that's nothing. Yeah, I might need to restart this thing, man. I don't like this. I need to see the action, right? Hmm. All right, so KTTA did break down that 342 level we were talking about. Now I can actually see it moving. SFHG going on down. What was the other one? AB, ACB. Okay, it's still not moving. CPIX only up 17%. Okay, so let me go and look at what CPIX, does it have any news or anything today? Cumberland Pharmaceuticals. Cumberland Pharmaceuticals announces breakthrough results for phase 2 fight DMD trial in Duchenne muscular dystrophy heart disease, and that was yesterday when that came out. Up 17%. So KTTA is out of there. ACB looked like it went up to 522, but something's wrong with that chart. I don't know. Look at this one. This one's moving. This one's almost to 10 million shares traded. The relative volume is quite low on CPIX though. KTTA relative volume is 940 times the norm. So that's a very cancerous stock. 56 times the on the current candle. ACB 13 times the norm. CPIX 3 times the norm. So looking for those abnormal movers. And right now, maybe something new will pop up later on in the day, but KTTA is the most abnormal, but it's going the wrong direction. Video headed down. Let's look at the NQ. NQ is red right now. Went up to this ATR high of 21,591 and popped down off of that. All right, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go to this meeting. I'm getting some notifications about this meeting. I don't really see anything right now. I'm just gonna kind of sit on my hands till I see something else, if something else happens before like lunchtime. But yeah, I'm about to jump into this meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. Let me go ahead and jump over here. Cam only. Yep. Appreciate you guys again. I'll be back on Friday and we'll see how the speeches today go and all of that good stuff. I use FOMC.com. It's the Federal Reserve, whatever. That'll let you know what kind of speeches or whatever are happening on the day. And sometimes they make the market go funky. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Appreciate you guys once again. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.